Taanis Daf Yud Beis. How's everybody doing? According to Abaya, one could literally fast just for a few hours, and he's yaitza fast. But according to Rav Chizia, you can't do so. You need to fast till the end of the day, until Shkia. Why is that? And how does it work? Let's say a person happens to not eat at the beginning of the day, and then he says, you know what, let me just finish the day and make it a fast. And he's mekabel, the tithe is mekabel a fast in the afternoon. Then it's okay. Then you can fast for hours. In other words, you have a whole day, because Rav Chizia holds that if you don't fast until the nighttime, it's not considered a tightness. And if you don't fast till the night, you can eat beforehand. You don't have to say anenu, etc. We also find that you could be mis'ana, you could fast for part of the day, but it's not really a fast. It's just to inflict pain on yourself. For instance, the Kohanim, the Beis Hamikdash, they wouldn't fast the whole day. They had to work hard, but they fasted just to inflict on themselves pain, to be part of Klal Yisrael. B'nai Sinov, they had a yontif every year on Yud B'Av. That's when they brought wood to the Beis Hamikdash. And if it was a Tisha B'Av that was nidcha, they take Tisha B'Av that fell on Shabbos and have Tisha B'Av on Sunday on Yud B'Av, they wouldn't fast the whole day, but they would fast part of the day just to be mitzvah themselves to be part of Klal Yisrael. Rabbi Yochanan, in order to get out of a meal with the nasi, would also tell him, I'm fasting, but he meant just for a few hours. Shmuel says that a tightness that you don't accept upon yourself the day before is literally like a bellows, like a balloon full of air. So when do you accept upon yourself the tightness? According to Shmuel, you have to accept upon the tightness during mincha. As you daven mincha, yeser betziloi. Yeser is a lashon of mekabel himself the tightness. According to Rav, it doesn't have to be in the tefillas mincha, but in the time of mincha. And he says it happens by himself. If a person was mekabel himself tightness before Megillas tightness, in other words, before the gzeira not to fast, then he pushes off that new gzeira. But if the gzeira preceded his tightness, then he doesn't fast. The halach is like the second lashon in Rava, that once a person pushes away his meal, he says, I'm no longer eating, or even a person who dozes off when they ask him something and he realizes what it is, but he can't figure it out himself logically. So a person like that could eat until Amud HaShachar. And that's like Rebbe, not until the rooster crows, but until Amud HaShachar. But once a person has a full-fledged sleep, he cannot eat. A person must say the day before, he says, tomorrow I'm going to be having a taanis yachid. That's the lashon. Otherwise, it's usher to wear shoes, because perhaps you're mekabeling yourself a taanis tzibur. According to Shmuel, the only taanis tzibur you have in Chutz La'aretz is only on Tisha B'Av, and that's how we pass in halacha. According to Rav Sheshes, all the Tanaisim are taanis tzibur. Abai and Rava, they would wear the shoes. The Gemara uses a lashon apanta. They had shoes without a sole. Reuven and Zutra, they would switch. They would take their right shoe and put on their left foot, the left shoe and put on their right foot. Rav says you could borrow a fast, so to speak. And if you don't want to fast today, you have a good reason not to fast, then you could pay off your fast a different time. And according to Shmuel in one lashon, you don't have to pay it up. According to the second lashon, it's like a neder. You have to pay. A taanis chalaim, a person has a bad dream, he has to fast, and it's like fire to wood. And you should fast immediately and even on Shabbos. But because you're fasting on Shabbos, it's a slight avera, so you have to fast another day to make up for that avera. Says the Mishnah. There are another 3. If it didn't rain yet in those 3 Taanesim, we make another 3 Taanesim. But now you can't bathe, and they lock the bathhouse. You can't wear shoes. And Melacha is asur from the morning. That's when the Skenim get together in order to look at the city and see, are people over on Gezel and Chamas. Then afterwards, we lein Vayichal and the Haftarah, and we ask for Rachamim like Ezra and Nechama. Then there's a 7 other fasts if it doesn't rain. Over there, they do Matriim. The Gemara is going to discuss what that means. They lock up the stores. And on Mondays, we open up the stores at nighttime so people could buy food. And on Thursday, we open up the food stores, the Kavod Shabbos Kodesh, as they usually are open, not just at night. If these 13 fasts go by and there's no rain, so now we have to lessen the amount of business we do. We can't build, we can't planting of simcha. If a person was already married, there's no erus and nisuin. We don't say hello to our friends, just like a person is in chayrim from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And the Talmud Chachamim, they fast all the way to the end of Nisan. Have a wonderful day.